Damn.
Hello, welcome back to the Consortium Interregnum. You guys excited?
I'm so
Everybody remember what we did last time?
Last time, we fought some sewer guys. I turned into a monkey and did the big slamma-jamma.
I did make a mind player hit on whatever the fuck those sewer guys were.
And they were not interested.
Until they were.
It was a
But
little
at that
too
point,
late.
It was too late.
True. I love how you shot one of them, Austin, with your fucking wild magic gun. I thought it turned them invisible, but they were just yeeted up into the sky and fell. And meanwhile, I shot my wild magic off, and then it made them invisible.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I did not
Yeah.
we rolled that.
Tom's such a comedian.
What do you guys want to do this time?
What do we want
The
to
world's
do?
your oyster.
The world's
What jobs
your
are available?
oyster.
It's funny because you're in a giant clam.
Wait, did we request so we have the whole donation thing, and we were gonna ask Charlemagne if we can get help with at least part of it.
Yep.
Or maybe more, depending on whatever they're willing to give.
Yeah, so you guys can ask Charlemagne to cover all of it, and you know he probably would. So once you guys decide how much money you want to put in, you can contact Charlemagne for the rest.
Yeah, how
So,
much
guys-
money do we need to put in?
Let
Yeah,
me
like the total.
bring up my notes. All right. Got a lot of this. So the total amount that the hospital wanted was 3,000.
And the thing that we did for him got us 1,000.
No, it got you total 2,000. Then I believe I gave you guys a little bit of a bonus as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I'm talking about like the fetch quest with them, not the sewer monster. I know we got a bonus for the sewer.
Oh,
because
yes.
There's an extra one.
The herbs quest, yeah.
Yeah, that one was 1,000.
The world's longest quest.
So you guys have technically made the amount that you would need to put up for it, if you wanted to. You also got 2,000 from the boy and his cow, but those were V-coin.
No.
Mhm.
I thought that was funny too.
Free ammo, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So the missions that you have left, you've got the murderer, of which you technically haven't accepted a mission for it. Like, no one's offered to pay you for information. There's just a serial killer loose, and what you do with that is up to you.
Yeah.
There was on a job board a notice about a mad scientist causing problems, and another post. And that one they want you to this is it's going to be a 1,000 shiny reward, and then there's another one that just says the cats are acting weird with a contact number, and that one doesn't have a reward on it. And then, of course, you have the 2 remaining holy orders that you can go to as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess the other question is, how much do you guys want to put forth towards the 3,000 donation?
So I think we should at least put down the 1,000 from the herb quest, because that shows that, hey, we were actively working with them to try and do the best we could for their community or something, right? And then we can just get the rest from Charlemagne.
I'm down with that.
I am okay with that as well.
All right, so you guys call up Charlemagne. You explain the situation, and for lack of wanting to sit here and go through you guys signing all the checks and stuff, we'll just say you guys get it taken care of.
Nice.
And so yeah, that means that you've wrapped up everything for the Knights of the Holy Pearl. So you still have the 2 remaining. You know, what do you guys want to do? You could explore town. You could pick another mission.
I really do want to see what the cats are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cats have to be doing something. They're
Yeah.
plotting.
Yeah, we go check out the cats, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna go do the serial killer quest.
Yep.
All right. So you guys follow the instructions. It's just an address. It's not like it's anything, detailed. It's very, very simple. And you end up going to this house and sitting on a porch. You see an old man in a rocking chair. He's smoking a pipe. He's rolling back and forth. Kind of got like an old sailor kind of look to him. And he says, as you guys are walking up, "Are you all adventurers?"
Yeah.
I'd say
Hi.
so.
He says, "Are you here about the cats?"
It depends on how weird they're acting.
He says, "Oh boy, they're acting super weird." He gets up from his rocking chair. He's got like a cane off to the side. He picks up. He says, "Here, come on in. I'll make some tea." And he goes inside the little house. He leaves the door open. Do you guys follow?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll follow along.
Yeah.
So you get inside. The apartment kind of smells of tobacco and must, and it's just a lot of old stuff kind of strewn around. And he goes into the back, and he lights a little magical device to start heating stuff up. He says, "I prefer wood stoves. You're not supposed to have too much stuff burning," he says. Ventilation isn't the best in the city, and they're very, very cautious about that. He says, you gotta pay a tax to do this," and he points to the pipe. It's ridiculous.
Mm.
And he starts heating up some water. And he says, so anyway, those cats. Oh yeah, find a seat somewhere. There's no seating. There's like you see You see one or two chairs with like a bunch of stuff stacked on them. And that's pretty much it.
I just kind of lock my legs in place.
He says, "How do you guys take your tea?"
Shaken, not stirred.
He looks at you and says, "Well, you're an odd one, aren't you?"
It's true. She's never had tea before.
Says, "You've never had tea?"
It's true. I only drink coffee. I would love to have some tea. I'm
Oh,
all for trying new things.
I can make some coffee too.
Oh, well, forget trying new things, then I'd love some coffee. A latte would be fantastic.
He says, "I have no idea what that is."
God damn it. It's coffee with milk in it.
He kind of like, he looks at you and is like, "You're a weird one, aren't you?"
I get that a lot. I don't know why.
So he turns to the rest of you. For the rest of you,
Just make it however. No sugar.
I would very much like sugar. I add.
he turns and looks at you. "In your coffee?"
Yes.
Do you got a? What time is it?
He says, "Yeah," and he reaches underneath the cabinet and pulls out a small bottle of whiskey. He says, "You want it?
My language, sir.
You want it? You want it in the tea or by itself?"
Yes.
Yes.
Just pours it like in his tea and gives him a separate cup.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what he's gonna do. Yeah. And then Connor, how'd you want yours?
Anyways, fine. I would like to see these cats as soon as we can. The longer we wait, you know.
He says, "Oh no, they only act weird during the night. We've got some time.
Okay.
When the pearl dims." And he walks over with a tray, and he hands everybody black tea. They're all made the exact same, with the exception of one that he pours whiskey into, and then he has a shot glass with whiskey in it as well. And then it's just a plain black coffee. He's like, "I didn't have any milk."
Okay.
Maybe
You drink milk with your whiskey?
What'd you say?
You drink milk with your whiskey?
He says, "No, I drink whiskey with my tea."
I'm gonna roll insight real quick.
Yeah.
George is just thinking, like, man, this kid would have lived it up at this guy's house. Fucking with the cow.
Well, yeah. What are you trying to figure out?
Just sort of like tampering, see if like there's anything up with the tea, anything like that.
No, you were able to like kind of watch him as he was doing everything.
Okay.
You don't think the tea is spiked.
All right. Yeah.
He's a little quirky, but unless you don't think he was ever had a bit of time to sneak something in.
All right. This was just the judge's character. All right. Thank you. Lunu then says, "So tell me more about these cats."
He says, "Well, everybody calls me crazy about it, but I'm telling you, all the cats, they all go meet up together. Pretty much like the entire city. all has these cats go to this one little area. And I've been trying to figure it out, what they're doing. And they only do it during the night, and then they go back, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's just what cats do." They walk around town. They hunt the baby rust monsters, the normal stuff. They eat rodents, and then they come home. But I'm telling you, they're too organized. They're doing something. But the
So
thing
you
is
think that
that
there's a
I
cat
got a
mafia?
bad leg. Can't keep up with them. I need you guys to chase after them for me. Stealthily. Follow the cats. Find out what they're planning.
This we can do.
Just good. Good.
Awesome.
Yeah, we could
He
definitely
takes a sip of his tea. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, that's good. It's just plain black tea."
Yeah.
It's like, this hits the spot.
Anything we should else know about?
He says, "Well, I guess the best thing to do would probably be for me to tell you where you can find a cat to follow." He says, "I don't have a cat. I see them walk down the alleyway behind my house, though. So you guys can perch up on the roof, and you'll be able to see any of the cats that go through the alley. Then you'll be able to follow them." He says, they're definitely all going to one location, because I just haven't been able to keep up with them to find out where it is.
Okay.
And he says, I can't offer any reward besides my gratitude, and I can make you guys another round of tea if you're successful.
Honestly, I just want to see what these cats are up to.
He says, "So do I. Man, I wish I could go with you guys."
And do you have a sending slate or anything like that?
He says, "No, I don't have any fancy gizmos. So the only thing I've got is a stove here, because they won't let me burn stuff."
I mean, I guess we could just take a video of it and show you when we get back.
He says, "I don't know what that is."
Imagine if you could record a moment in time, then replay it back infinitely.
Oh, you mean like casting minor illusion from memory?
Yes.
That's
He's like,
how
yeah,
it works.
I get that.
Yeah,
ever
we'll do that
since they figured out how to generate power from the big pearl, the whole city's wired. Keeps the lights on without fire. This place used to be a lot, used to be covered in haze, and soot. Cleaned up the whole city. I gotta pay to smoke this pipe.
You have to pay the.
So anyway, I'll show you guys. And he like puts his tea down. He starts hobbling out the house. "I'll show you where the alley is. Here, come on with me. Come with me." He like moves his arm, kind of hunches over, and walks out the front door.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You guys follow?
Yeah.
I'll follow.
Yep.
All right. So you follow the old man, and there's just like a little alley behind his house. Looks like there is like a lot of trash bins and that kind of stuff in the back here. It looks like this is probably like the houses kind of are backed up. There's houses on the other side with trash bins again. So everybody puts all their stuff in here, and it looks like it's picked up at some point because they're all in little storage things. So the alleyway of isn't necessarily as well kept as the front of the houses, but it isn't like it's all run down. And he says, "Oh, hold up a second. There's one right there." He points, and there's a cat sitting on the wall, licking its paw. He says, "Quick, act natural." What do you guys do?
I T-pose.
I cast Speak with Animal.
Okay, you go up and talk to it?
Yeah.
All right, what do you say?
Hey, what's going on over here?
It looks over and says, I've never seen one of you guys that knew how to talk. I always assumed you guys were all dumb. How'd you learn how to talk, little guy?
Nah, man, I know the walk, though. I know how to talk the walk. What's going on, bud?
Says, what do you mean, what's going on? I'm chilling.
Okay. Yeah, one of those guys over there is just wondering, he's been seeing you guys group up at night. It's been freaking him out.
He kind of looks over, and he's like, he's been following us. We noticed. It's not very stealthy.
Yeah, no, it's, I don't know if he sees you guys as a threat. He's just more of a wondering why you're all gathering together. Is there some meeting going on later?
He says, I don't think you should stick your nose into things that are beyond your comprehension.
If I take out one of my rations, which is like a tuna can.
Yeah.
I'll expend
it starts tearing it up and eating into it. It's like, oh yeah, this is great.
So tell me about the meeting.
It looks up and it says, I'm gonna need a little bit more. And it kind of goes up to your leg and stretches in a way that makes it look like it wants to get pet.
I pet. I open up another one of my rations.
You should do. You gotta do the you gotta do the thing where you pull it up.
Yep. I pull it up beforehand. I'm like, wait. So tell me a little bit more.
It says. Look. It's just the ritual, okay? It's just for cats. You don't need to worry about it.
I can be a cat.
It looks at you and says, "Oh, well, why don't you be a cat then?"
So I can open this.
It says, being a cat's great. I love being a cat.
I would be a cat more often. But the whole having hands things is a spoil, Thumbs. Being able to open these and eat them whenever I want.
He kind of is like, can you give me thumbs?
Technically, yes.
And it says, all right, if you give me thumbs, I'll tell you everything about them.
I can't give them forever. It's for an hour.
So you explain that?
Yeah.
And he thinks about it. And he's like, all right, I'm willing to give it a go. I'm interested. I'll explain the ritual to you. But you have to turn into a cat when I do it, so no one thinks I'm narking.
I presume we're just hearing meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, it's just meowing back and forth.
Yeah.
What?
My cat's
What is-
in the room, and he's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
People.
Is Basil with us right now?
Yes.
What does he think is going on?
I mean, he's used the ability to speak with animals in the past, so I think Basil would understand that there was a spell cast.
Oh, okay.
Basil already speaks at least 2 languages, so he understands the concept of language,
I guess that's true.
even if he hasn't quite figured out mirrors yet.
He still hasn't figured it out. Oh no.
Alright. I cast Alter Self on the cat.
So the cat kind of like sits up with its now new human-like hands. I'm assuming it's probably kind of like a monkey with claws.
Yeah.
And it says, "Let me see that can."
I hand him and the can opener.
And it goes through, and it opens up the can, and it's like, oh yeah, we could take over the whole world like this. He says, "All right, you turn into a cat. I'll tell you about the ritual."
I do so.
All right. So this is how it works. All right. So we all gather together, and there's a big celebration, and a lot of singing. We do dances, and then at the end of the night, one person is selected, and they go to heaven. We do this about once a month.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it.
Damn it. What's your name, by the way?
We put them in a little balloon, and they go off,
Is this guy
and we never
Skimbleshanks?
see them again.
It's fucking McCavity over here.
Yeah, please.
But now with this, and he like points to his hands, or like he kind of like shows off his hands. He's like, with this, we could do so much more. I bet we could get 2 or 3 of us to go every month.
It only lasts for an hour. When's the ceremony?
He says, "Oh well, it's not for a couple of hours more, but he says there's got to be a way to make this permanent. I'll figure it out. Anyway, what?" And he kind of looks at you, and he says, "Well, what should I call you?"
My name is Lou. What's yours name?
He looks down and he says, "Well, now I'm the hand cat."
What were you before?
He says, "I was the alley cat." Believe it or not, there's like 8 or 7 of us. I can't count.
I'm going to name you or call you by a new title. Allison
Says what?
Hansen.
Says, "I don't know what that means, but I'm in."
It is alright. It is a name. A full name.
He says, yes, that might help it be easier. I'll spread this new technology around of a full name." He says, I don't know why you go around pretending to be one of the 2 walkers, but you're one smart cat. I think that's what I'm going to call you. You're a genius cat.
Thank you. I do that thing that cats do when they greet each other and just like rub next to each other and nuzzle.
Yeah.
Aw.
And he says, "Well, I'm off to go figure out how to make this permanent. If you're interested in coming, I'll put in a good word for you, so that way maybe you can be the one to go out into the balloon into heaven." And he skitters away. Do you fill in the rest of the party about your conversation?
Yeah, I turn back into Lunu, into my person form, and I go, "Mystery solved. They have a weird little death cult thing."
Oh.
What? What do you mean mystery solved? I feel like we're just beginning the mystery here.
Yeah, no, they got a big little ceremony where they all gather together and then they send one cat into a basket.
Like a Viking funeral? They set it on fire?
No, they just set it up into the air and they say that they go to heaven. This is a very
There isn't really that much air down here, though.
Yeah, no, like, when
There's
it just
probably a
hit,
bunch
like,
of
the
cats.
surface of...
There's probably just a bunch of cats that have either fallen to their deaths or maybe are stuck up there in the ceiling part of the
pearl.
Yeah, either way, it's not their business. This is very much not their business.
I mean, this place already has a cat infestation. I don't think we'd be solving anything by discovering more cats.
Just because there's a group of neighborhood cats doesn't mean there's an infestation.
Fair.
But also, yeah, no, we could very much hurt the balance of things here. I say we let the cats do their thing.
The old man goes, "I knew they were up to something. I didn't actually want anything done about it. I just wanted to feel validated.
Yeah, no, you were.
No one listens to me. They
right,
think I'm crazy.
Yeah, no,
They
you
call me a drunk. I'm not. I very rarely drink.
Yeah, now that we know this,
2 to 3 times a day at most.
my curiosity is satiated, and we will leave now. Thank you.
You
for
could
your
say
time.
curiosity killed this case. I'm gonna walk away now.
Are we sure there's nothing else that we might want to, like, figure out with this, or maybe educate these cats and not just kill each
This
other?
is
No.
like, no.
I think it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, no, this
Like,
is...
who are we to stop them from killing themselves?
I mean, it's kind of
Yeah, maybe they do that to their old, so that's what they... Maybe they just do that to their old.
Yeah, maybe it's
sick.
an Ada Stupa.
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember when we had to get rid of old Jeremy. We had to throw him overboard because he had the pox.
did they say they're
And then
about
it
to
turns
do it?
out he didn't have the pox, so we just murdered old Jeremy.
Did they say they're about to, like, do another one of those ceremonies?
Oh yeah, no, they do it every night.
Oh, should we maybe go watch it happen? Maybe I could cast my fly spell and see where the fuck these cats are going?
I don't think that's our business.
What?
Do you?
Yeah,
I mean,
do
you want to go
do
see a
you,
cat
do you want to
get
do that
destroyed?
yourself tonight?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
on
mind
you,
it.
Blair. We're not joining you. If you get attacked by the cat cult, it's on you.
I mean, I just don't like the idea of these these poor cats dying.
Blair, they literally thought you were a giant fish.
I mean,
You are, but like the type that they eat.
I kind of wow, it's kind of crazy that you just kind of came out and said that, Lunu. But I was kind of out of pocket. But
Look, Blair, this is not our
okay.
business.
So Blair, if you were interested in checking it out from a distance, I'll just need a stealth roll from you.
Hey, out of character, Steven, don't validate Tom here. Through cats fanfiction.
What? No, I have to now. Now I have to.
No.
Oh,
Can you die alone?
I'm not gonna die. How would I die? I'm gonna bring Basil with me.
No. I'm taking Basil in the divorce.
We're not even married. You're married yourself.
Yeah, Connar, you're engaged to somebody else.
As a party divorce here.
What?
You can visit on the weekends.
Absolutely not.
Fine, every other weekend.
You
It's
And
getting worse.
Wednesdays.
didn't even want him in the party. You were trying to kill him. To hit you with an acid blast. I don't see his name. Wait, what even is your last name? What is Luna's last name?
Well, we gave Lunu a last name.
Did we? I forgot what it was.
Yeah, it's
Luna like
Night Stalker.
Nightcrawler or something.
Yeah, Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, which is unfortunate,
Oh,
and you should never call yourself that, Lunu. This is bad.
I usually
His name,
don't.
his name isn't Basil Nightstalker, it's Basil Audina. Thank you very much.
I have a last name.
Yes, you do. He literally does. We went over this.
I've been forgetting to add it on my research on my papers at school. Oh, that's why they dropped my grade.
You've known what his name was this whole time. Anyways, no, I'm gonna bring him with me though.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
Some mother-son bonding.
Yeah,
Some
we're
other
gonna
son
go
bonding.
do the important thing and find that serial killer. Have
Look,
fun.
here's the thing. I will also be on the lookout for the serial killer on this part of the city. I will also keep an eye out.
Well, so
Sure.
this night is not the night that everybody is expecting the serial killer to show up. That doesn't mean that he won't. But it's the next night.
Okay. Well,
Just so you guys are aware, you do have a whole other day.
All right, so like before
Okay.
night comes through, do we want to try and get the other quest from one of these other like big three?
Yeah. On one hand.
Yeah, we can do that. Since we're on it, and so we don't have to worry about remembering it. We'll jump forward in time to Blair's check. This will be quick. Just roll your stealth.
I couldn't get past that trace before I split up the party, could I?
Nope.
Um,
Also, it's a radius focused on me.
oh, I forgot it's on
Well-
you. I thought it was George who did it. Oops, forgot it.
I think that's when it might be when you cast the spell.
It also only
Yeah.
lasts like a minute or two.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I think it lasts like an hour.
Oh, look. Either way, I'm not casting past.
Yeah.
no.
I'm not using my last second level slot here. Yeah, it's concentration an hour. There are other things I want to do with my life.
Fine, I'll roll my stealth check. Can I have advantage because I'm going to be flying?
Nope.
Alright, well, it was worth a shot.
It was. I appreciate it. So sometimes the answer is yes, so always ask.
Cats. Flying fish scatter!
Alright.
8.
I don't know why. Oh, there we go. My thing was just loading very, very slow. So you follow the cats, and you're like flying around, and they're all kind of like in this building, and they're staring at you. They see you. Looks like they're not doing anything. They're all just kind of focused. It's kind of awkward.
Wait a second. I think I have an idea. Hold up.
There's like 40 to 50 cats though down
That's a
below.
lot.
It's a lot of cats.
Okay, this is what I'll do. So, what is the area we're in right now? Like, can we describe some of the surroundings?
Yeah. Excuse me. You're kind of close to the docks. It's kind of like an old abandoned church.
Okay. You're inside of it.
Yeah, but there's like holes in the roof, so you can kind of see down. Some of them are out in the courtyard. It's kind of all open. It's looks like maybe there was like a fire a long time ago or something. So most of the structure that was brick is still standing, but a lot of the extra stuff like the windows and the doors are gone.
Okay. Could I Misty Step to, like part of the roof where there's like still like I don't know some rubble with debris that could be like hid behind out of the line of sight of the cats?
Yeah, roll me another stealth.
Like definitely better.
Oh wow. You know, they rolled really well.
No, come on.
But you still win.
Oh my god.
It was kind of close. After a little bit, they seem to start like putting on dance numbers, and you could tell that they're singing, but all you kind of hear is meows. And then eventually, after watching for several hours, it's very long. A little basket with a balloon comes down out of the sky and lands in the courtyard, and one of the cats gets into it, and then the balloon takes off and it starts to go off into the distance.
Can I follow it?
All right, you follow it, and you basically travel to the other side of town, and the balloon lands, and the cat gets out, and what you see is a very large area. It looks like someone has actually planted some grass. It's like the only like plants that you've really seen that weren't like hanging out of like some like people had like little gardens on their windows and that kind of stuff. But this was a little bit more. And then there's just a bunch of cats doing it. And then there's a little old lady comes out, and when the basket lands, she takes the cat out, and she says, you can hear her. You're a little bit further away, and she's like, "Oh, look, another little angel!" And she kisses it on the forehead. She lets it loose, and she refills some food, and a whole bunch of cats come up. And she after she replenishes all the little bowls around, she walks back inside of her house, unless you want to talk to her.
This is so cute. Kevin, they weren't wrong. I guess I could. How can I casually be like, "Hi, how's it going?"
Yeah, you go up and talk to her.
Sure.
And she says, "Oh, you're flying. It's kind of late at night. It could be dangerous. What if you hit into a building?"
Right. Well, you see, I'm a flying fish, so I'm used to this kind of thing.
She says, "Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. But you seem very confident about it." She's like, "Would you like some tea?"
Sure.
She comes out with a very nice tea set, milk, sugar, the whole works.
And so I ask her, like, "So what's with the... So I found this place because of the balloon I saw flying across town. What exactly is this?"
Oh, she says, "Well, a long time ago, I found a magical stone, and it granted anybody who held it one wish. And I wished that angels would come and visit me all the time. And ever since then, this little balloon's been following me around, and it just keeps bringing me little angels.
The cats.
Oh, she says yes. But I know what they really are. They're little angels.
That's fair.
And so I take care of them.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's just really nice. This is great to see. Blaze is like genuinely like, oh. She loves caring for natural, like the sea life and animals, so she's all for this, like 1,000%. This is a really nice thing you're doing. Like this is just fantastic. I'm really glad there's people like you looking after all these little angels.
She says, oh, well, thank you, dearie. Anyway, you be safe out there.
Aw, thanks. You too. I wish you all the best.
Meanwhile, like, as she walks out, I feel like the cats all pull out like a knife, and like no one needs to know about her secret spot already.
So when you go back to the party, do you explain what you found?
Yes. So guys, they weren't wrong. They were being taken to cat heaven, but not in the literal sense. Well, I guess maybe the literal sense. They're not dead. This woman used this old lady used a magical wish-granting stone, and now a sentient hot air balloon runs around and picks up cats for her to take care of in this really cute little garden area of town. It's really adorable. She's so nice. She made me tea, and it was really good. That's my first time I ever had tea. It was really, really good.
Are you like feeling all right?
No, I'm just so happy. I expected the worst when I went to go see this. I was ready to like kill a bitch to save these cats, but no, it was just really nice. She was the sweetest old woman I've ever met in my whole life.
That's
a kindred spirit for
strangely
caring for
wholesome.
nature. I know, I was very surprised.
I like the fact that like Cinna just doesn't believe that it happened.
Yeah, no, I don't think that this is real. I don't think balloons are really real.
Cinna, we've seen a balloon.
Wait.
Airships are a thing.
We were
I know
literally.
You
they're
got an airship that has like an engine and stuff. I don't think like you can just like have a balloon that just like goes up and floats.
Yeah, all you need is a little bit of like a little flame, and it makes the whole. Because heat rises and hot air rises, and so it makes the balloon fly. As long as
Right,
the
sure.
contents of the basket are not too heavy for the balloon to handle.
There's
Right.
a reason.
I'm not gonna die on this hill.
All right, I'll show you a balloon later.
I'll show you a balloon later.
like,
All right.
I don't care.
Now we'll rewind back so that way you guys could go talk to one of the other missions.
That was the strangest mission I've ever done, but I'm so happy I did it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the reward was Blair unlocked the joy of tea.
Blair learns about the Great British Bake Off and becomes an enjoyer.
All right. So the two remaining orders to refresh your memory, you have the Order of the Illustrious Aether and the Hadalic Order. So the Order of the Illustrious Aether is known for having a lot of like paladins and mercenaries. They work a lot with the military, and they also provide things like banking services. Like you can get a loan from them, and they're one of the more prestigious and wealthy, even among the big three. Some would even say that they might stand a little bit ahead. The Catalytic Order is mostly focused around things like education. They do charity service, and they provide like their actual like soldiers that are in it are usually for guarding dignitaries and providing security for embassies in other nations is one of the things that they also provide. Their building, when you guys walked by, was very plain, whereas the Order of the Illustrious Aether was very ornate.
Do we want to go to the rich part of town, or we want to? Because if we do, if we work for them, we'll get money. But something tells me no one with a lot of money ever got that money from doing good stuff. We should know. We do terrible things all the time.
And look at how much money we have.
We're so fucking rich.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I feel like the rich people might be more fun because like they might like have some like weird creepy stuff that they get onto, right? So why not save them for last?
We definitely could.
So you guys want to go to the Hadalic Order?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys go back into the kind of the center of town, where all of the orders have their headquarters, and you go up, and it looks like a very plain office building. It's square, with windows equal apart. Very plain. There's a sign out front that says the Hadalic Order. It's got some like more information on the sign that's just like when the building was constructed, when it was when it burned down and they rebuilt it, just like dates and that kind of stuff. Very kind of bureaucratic. There's not really a guard at the door, but when you go inside, you're in a very plain lobby. It's almost giving you like doctor vibes, maybe a little bit more, I guess uncomfortable is the word. Like, it's like, there's a little bit more marble and stone than what you would expect. And there are two doors in the back and a person sitting at a desk typing on a typewriter. There's a couple of chairs. Seems like there's like a little waiting area. And the person that's typing is just appears to be a pretty standard looking Simic hybrid.
Okay, so let's walk up to him.
He looks up, and he you hear as he keeps typing as he looks up to you. There's a ding. Without breaking eye contact, he moves the man. I don't know the individual parts of the typewriter. The little circle part, and then it does a little ding. He keeps typing, and he's like, "You all must be the Friends of Bubbles. We've been expecting you. Are you here to meet with the higher ups?"
Yeah, I think so. We are here to see what we can do to help.
He says, "Do you have an appointment?"
We have not set up one yet.
He reaches over into one of the drawers and he pulls out a form and he puts it on the table and he's like, "Oh well, fill this out. This is the special exceptions form. You guys are important enough that you can get a special exception, but you have to fill out the form."
All right.
The form just has a bunch of questions. Who are you? Why are you here? Date of birth, blood type. Kind of gets detailed.
Is there going to be a wait after this, or?
They say, well, that depends on the form.
What's the current wait time for a form like this?
He says, oh, well, once you're done, I'll take a look and I'll be able to let you know. I won't know until the form's in. It depends on how you answer the questions.
All right, here we go.
So you guys fill out the form?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that done.
Yeah, we fill out the form.
All
Is this like a quiz show? Is it trivia?
Wait, I'd like to roll insight on the form.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll insight.
That's right, Lunu. You're the only one that went to school for something.
11. I read over the form.
Yeah, it asks for some information that's like borderline invasive. But you don't think that this form is anything hostile. You just get the feeling that the place might be overly bureaucratic. But you're not really sure if that's like if there's a reason for it.
Why do I have to list my height?
The funny thing about the form is that it's for all of you. But there's only spots to put in one set of information.
Do we have to like add it all up, or
You don't know. Anyway,
let's add
guys,
all our ages together?
I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute.
I mean, if we're putting our name down as the Friends of Bubbles, I think we have to add it up, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Additive.
We put in every answer, even non-number answers.
Yes. Married.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wait.
No.
Who? Oh,
George is just
yes.
putting yes on every answer, like,
Yes plus no plus
Have you
no.
been arrested? Have you been here? God. Oh, God. If George had, like,
Do you have a history of arson?
No!
Yeah.
George!
Alright, fine. I'll go back.
Basil thinks to himself. Does like poison count as arson? No, it does not.
If it's flammable, maybe.
It is not flammable. Trust me, I know from experience. It is thankfully not flammable.
So,
I will be right back.
what's
as
our
well.
blood type? Or what is the average of our blood type?
Do I even have blood anymore?
No averages. We have to. It's additive.
Hold on.
Is it additive or multiplicative?
No.
Because like if
George-
it's
no,
we got
it's
George
only-
here, so it's gonna be
we can't
0.
Break it now. It'll be too confusing. We have to do additive
Yeah.
the whole time.
George pokes himself to see if he has blood, and then just, like, water leaks out.
You just put NA.
N-A. Also, someone cover that leak. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
I'm be positive Basil, what blood type are
No,
you?
wait, I just got back. No. That's okay. We'll wait.
So we've determined, Tom, we've determined that the only way to answer the sheet is to add up everything.
All right.
So when we get to our height, we literally have a math equation listed out with all of our heights added together, with showing our work.
Mhm.
When we get to our blood types, we just put 4 letters next to each other, and George's blood type is NA. What is Basil's blood type? How do we figure this out?
Roll me. History check to see if you remember what it said on his physical.
What even is fairy
yes,
blood?
my
There's
worst
dragon
stat.
blood, there's fairy blood.
No shot! I remember fucking everything for Basil!
Big brain.
So yeah, dragons have their own unique blood types. Yay! New lore.
You got Z blood.
Yeah, you just put down Z.
No,
I like that. That's
wait,
fine.
I have a
Can it be
pitch.
B?
It works
Can it be-
like
Uh-huh.
an Excel spreadsheet, so they have to do doubles of letters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 2 letters, so it's like ZZ or something else.
BZ.
BZ.
Basil
BZ blood,
ZZ
yeah.
plus.
BZ
What?
plus.
ZZ plus.
Z.
Like
What
ZZ
about
Top.
ZZ
Different.
division sign?
Not compatible with his blood. But if it that one is compatible with ZZ minus.
What
ZZ times sign is compatible with Basil. But it makes him hyper if he for like the side effect.
I see. Good to know. Blair is canon B positive. I don't know what anyone else's is, but
My blood type is B aggressive.
Sorry, what?
My blood type is B aggressive.
Be aggressive. Be suspicious.
No.
Do I remember like literally all of Basil's like physical information?
Mine is capital N, and then it's U, lowercase u, L, and then lowercase l, lowercase l.
And yeah, I think that's the blood types down.
Mm-hmm.
And then we
Actually,
just
wait,
what?
no, wait, I'm a hexblood. It should be.
Oh yeah.
It's just
No, it's H. It's HX.
God damn it! Wait, do we count Basil's height as his human height or his dragon height?
You guys got to be careful. You know, which one are you going to do? With your 20, you remember both values.
Okay.
Like 2 separate answers. God damn it.
Our heights all together is like
No, we have to
the
add it together.
comma, close parentheses, semicolon, drop tables, appointments.
We're never gonna get a point.
You'll have to do the average.
You're right. Okay, for this one we have to do the average of both the answers between the our 4 heights plus Basil's heights and our 4 heights plus Basil dragon height.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way we can do it. So we do that. That's what we put down as the average.
There's one section about if you're a convicted felon. There's just one check mark below it though. Like there's like a box where you would check, and it says, "Are you a convicted felon?" And then there's one box with nothing next to it.
Okay, so the answer to that question is probably no for all of us, right?
I mean,
I haven't been convicted for anything.
Yeah, George technically is one, but
convicted.
Has he been convicted though?
Oh no, you're right.
So thankfully, we can just type no and leave it at that. Wait a second. Wait.
In the little checkmark box, you write the word no.
Yes.
Wait, I have
Okay.
a question. Do we
Yeah.
have the Mind Flayer guy with us? Do we have Squilliam?
Yeah, he's been with you guys.
Oh God! Quick, add up all this shit to our answer.
Yeah,
We have to
he
change our answer to yes to the thing.
Is he a convicted felon? Did he go through a court process?
he says no. I have
didn't
not
have a
yet been to
trial.
court.
All right, so the answer to that question is no.
He thinks about it. He says, "Well, is this only asking about Aethervathy jurisdictions?"
You know what? Since they didn't specify, I'm going to say yes.
And he says, "Okay."
Yeah, let's go with that. Otherwise, you just say no.
I may or may not be a convicted felon in Crockmanshore. I skipped out on the court, so
were
I never
convicted.
actually heard what the verdict was.
Aha! So you weren't convicted.
He says, no, because I haven't checked. Theoretically, they could have said I was innocent. I had a very good lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go with
I
that.
just, skipped town, in order to make sure that, one way or the other, it didn't matter.
Yeah, let's go with that. What other questions?
I think
He
he's
says,
fine.
do you want to hear what I was doing that got me in trouble?
What?
I was working.
No, we don't. I thought Tommy was saying that, not Art Squilliam.
No, no. It was him. Yeah. He looks sad.
Leader, not right now. After we've turned into fort. We need plausible deniability.
He says, "Oh, I'm not doing it anymore."
No, it's okay. We'll hear about it later.
Rick.
All right, and then any other questions?
All right, so the last thing at the bottom, there's a line with a little X next to it that looks like it's for a signature.
Oh no. We each have to sign like one letter of like one or two letters of Friends of Bubbles. This is gonna be the worst signature ever.
So is that what you do?
I type out the fry part.
George will put end, and it'll be in like the fucking ye old 1700s like cursive.
I call dibs on the of.
And then Lunu with his writing ability. What does Lunu write like?
You also need to leave some for the other two to sign as well.
Cursive.
It's Friends of
child's
Bubbles.
cursive though.
Okay. Did you write the bub? Who's the L? Bill.
Also, Squilliam is with us, so.
Yeah, what do you tell him to do?
We need to leave a couple layers for Basil and Squilliam to sign of the bubbles. Also, Blair signs the fried part as like the most pretentious looking cursive you've ever seen.
Yeah, I take it back. I have like old-timey treasure map print.
The treasure, yes. The treasure map.
Yeah, just sign your name on this. Actually, Will, if you could please, if you could review the document a little bit more, I just want to see what we're all getting into before we turn this in.
Yeah, what do you want me to look for? He picks it up.
Any discrepancies, anything that could lead to us being screwed over later on?
He looks over and he says, honestly, it just kind of looks like a waste of time.
Just read the document.
Yeah, no. That's what he says after he reads it. He like goes over and he's like, I think it's just designed to waste our time.
Oh. There's been a lot of that
Well,
here.
might as well finish signing it then. Leave the. I guess have Squilliam write the bull part, and then have Basil write the S. I like to imagine.
Okay, and so you guys have completed the document.
I like to imagine that Squilliam's signature is very like the cursive is very tentacly.
What letter did he get to write though? There's so none left.
He wrote the BLE at the end of bubbles, and then Basil's getting the S, and he just writes the most like 90s like cool boy.
No,
cursive.
you guys remember Trogdor the Burninator?
Oh my god, that's the S. You're a genius.
Yeah. Oh, and the end of bubbles has the cool S on it.
No, it's Trogdor because he's like, wait, look, let me just grab it.
No, I'm aware.
That's a thing that was sitting in the back of my mind for years.
No,
never surfaced until I was trying to think of a dragon in the shape of an S.
That is the most like specific thing you could ever be thinking of. But here you go. This is the S on the fronts of bubbles that Basil right.
So yeah,
it's literally perfect.
So you guys turn in the paper, and the guy reads it over really quick, and he pulls out a little folder out of one of the drawers, and he puts it in, and he puts it back in the drawer, and he's like, all right, perfect. So if you'll just follow me. And he gets up and he walks over to one of the doors, and he pulls out a key ring that's got like 20, 30 keys on it, and he flips through a bunch of them until he gets the right one, and he unlocks the door. And it's just like a hallway. The hallway is kind of like raised, and then there's a lower floor, just a foot or two down off to either side that has a lot of cubicles. So as you're walking through, you see people tapping away, sending slates and typewriters, and you get some stares as you guys are walking. If I can get you guys to roll me either an insight or perception.
I am going to roll either or
Man.
because they're the same.
Man, I really wish not being holiday and not having a wisdom save.
Fuck it, no.
Insight is 0. 18.
Well, that's awful.
So Austin, as George kind of noticed, he's a captain. He can tell when people are working and when people are slacking off, and you get the feeling that a lot of these people aren't actually really doing any work. You see, like some of them are typing, and then it kind of looks like they just backspace what they were doing, and then they just start typing again. It seems like a lot of them are going through the motions to just kind of make it look like they're working, but they're not really doing anything.
So, I presume this is administration and whatnot. Just, what are you exactly administrating?
He says, oh, well, we've got a wide variety of projects that we work on, charitable, education, and there's a lot of, bureaucratic stuff on the back end that needs to maintain all of this. He says, if you'd like more details, I'm sure once we get one of our upper ups to speak with you, they could probably give you some more details about what we do here. He says, "Are you familiar with several of our charities? They're, we do a variety of charitable events throughout the year. All around Aethervathy." He says, "There's the Great Ormos 10K, where you run a 10K through parts of the jungle. Last year's casualty rate was only 20%. It's the lowest it's been in years. We raised quite a bit of money for that."
What led the most of the casualties?
He says, "Well, the dinosaurs."
Oh, that's
yeah.
Blair like was sweating well, like, please don't say Earth Dragon.
Tito. Don't say Tito.
Don't say Tito. Don't say Tito. Don't say T-Rexes with gun arms.
George, well, I prefer to do my own donations independently. Thinks back on that kid we just sent to the surface. He's probably like,
he's
we're
like,
doing it, Betsy. We're living off the land now.
You say, "Oh, well, that's very good to hear. I'm glad to hear that you all are charity-focused individuals."
What's the best for everyone, really? Now, they kind of look back at that one person who's just typing and then backspace and then typing. Is there anything on the screen?
It's just like a plain Word document kind of thing.
Is it like an empty Word document?
Yeah, it looks like he's writing a sentence, selecting it, deleting it, and then typing the sentence again.
Insane.
This is a practice in madness.
How do you get a recording of me at work?
God. George is just wondering, George is like, oh God, what the hell is going on here?
How do I ask what the purpose of all of this organization is without sounding rude?
Yeah, no, right? Yeah, how do I be the most tactful ever? I'm a pirate, damn it, but I can't be a pirate. I have to be nice. If I was me, I would tell them the right curse words and whatnot, but actually, question, I'm barely familiar with your religion. I just have to ask, where are the domains of the gods or god you worship?
He says, "Well, there are many ways to be a part of the religion in Aethervathy. We have a lot of Tempest clerics. We have even a few war clerics." He says, "But surprisingly, actually, we do have even a good amount of lunar clerics."
No.
Oh, do tell.
He says, "No, it seems like, there's the theory that Aethervathy was once in the sky, not down here on the bottom of the ocean. And many in our organization do seem to go through that argument. They're of that line of thought. And so they really try and channel the power of Aethervathy back when it was at its prime, rather than its current state."
Okay. Um.
Wait a second.
mm,
Blair, like a light bulb goes off in Blair's head. She's thinking to herself, like, we used to be in the sky? The fathom-flooded sky? Is there finally some people who have some sort of, like, religious link to my deity?
Do you say any of this out loud?
I don't, because I want to... She can't believe that someone is saying something that actually aligns with her beliefs for once. She's actually in disbelief. But she's very perked up by this, and is like, wait a second. Hold up, is there finally some of the, like, remnants of the lore of my patron finally coming to light? Because everything apparently started from the fathom-flooded skies, all the sea life. So if this is the case, it could be, like, talk of, this ancient, Aetherbathy in the sky could be in reference to this.
Mm-hmm.
So she is going to very much keep this information in her head and be attentively looking for more signs of this as they go on. But she does ask more about it, or just more about other of their ancient beliefs.
It says, well, the reason why this could be seen as heretical by those that say that the giant squid or the giant octopus was always in the water is whether or not Aethervathy is a sky or water deity. There's quite a bit of debate going back and forth about this. There are those that try and walk a path that say, obviously, the old gods, could be both. There's no reason why it would have to be one. But people get angry and really kind of dig in. But we like to keep an open mind. So we allow different thoughts.
They're more open to discussions of like religious philosophy and really like theorizing this kind of stuff.
He thinks for a little bit, and he says, "No, sometimes we find that dogma is restrictive in ways that prevent us from, maximizing our usefulness to Aethervathy, and for that purpose, we don't let it restrict us in the same way that it may others."
Okay. Well, I much appreciate that outlook. Honestly, I think I agree. I think it really restrictive dogma can really get in the way of the bigger picture of things.
Does anybody else have any other questions for this guy as you're walking in? You're almost to your destination. Cinna, do you got anything?
So that's the summon. Okay.
I'm drawing a blank. All the religious stuff goes over my head.
Yeah, George just stumbled into paladinry out of like philosophy, not from religion.
All right. So you guys get to the to the office, and your guide says, I'm not sure if they're already here. If they're not in their office, they'll be along shortly. One of our representatives will fill you in on kind of what we do here, what we expect the partnership between the Friend of Bubbles and our Holy Order to be, and they'll go over the details. So if they're not there, make yourself at home. And if you do run into any issues, just come out here and ask for help from one of our workers nearby. They'll be filled in on your guys' situation. And he turns and leaves, and there's the door in front of you. There's no nameplate on the door. There is a spot where a nameplate could be slided in, but it has been removed.
Interesting.
I'm so tempted to just conjure a plate. Say that's my room.
Are you gonna put your name on there?
The terrible idea.
Yeah, no. It's a funny idea, but it's something that I wouldn't do in character.
He might do it as a bit in character.
I wouldn't do it as a bit. If it could become non-canon after the bit is over.
No, if you do the bit's a bit.
Yeah, no, yeah, then I'm not doing the bit.
All right, so do you guys go inside?
Yeah.
All right, so you open up the door, and inside you see a desk. It's nicer than the desks that they had outside, but I wouldn't necessarily call it ornate. It's just better made, better quality, but still very, very plain. There's an empty chair. There's a bookshelf in the back, behind the chair, and then on one side of the bookshelf, there's a filing cabinet. On the other, there's a large plant. There's a couple of pictures on the wall, but they're all of the current. They look like either they're like older members of the order, but then you also see the current council members all have pictures up on the wall. The desk has one of those, the little ball toy where you pull the ball out and you let it go, and then it hits and then it goes back and forth. I forget what they're called. That's on the desk.
Cradle.
Yes. It looks like there is a mug that's empty, but then a pitcher full of water. And a couple of pencils placed neatly in lines on one side, but you don't see any paper or anything like that.
Okay. Blair walks over and pulls one ball and then hits it so the thing starts.
It starts going exactly how you would expect.
Blair just sits there looking smug with herself, yeah, I did it.
Oh, I should also say there are seats on the other side of the desk. I forgot to mention this. And it does appear as if one of them is designed for a centaur, and there's the exact amount of seats for the amount of people that are here.
Oh, cool.
So guys,
there is a seat for all of you.
So out of character. Hey guys, anyone want to rifle through this guy's desk?
I do want to look around the room.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Will do.
Is there any part of the room that you want to focus on?
Oh, that's bad.
Well, you got the 14th as Austin assisted you.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to look around the back of the desk, kind of see if there's any other entrances to the room, anything like that.
You don't see any other entrances into the room. The room doesn't even have any windows. It looks like the only kind of even ventilation into the room is through some slits at the top of the door. And the desk itself is generally pretty unremarkable. There's obviously a lot of drawers if you wanted to rummage through those. You'd have to try them, but you don't know if like they're locked or anything like that. Some of them, they all look like they have locks on them, but they whether or not they're actually locked, you don't know.
Okay, weird. So I don't know. I feel like this might be like some type of test or whatever, where they want to see if we can follow. Did he like say we had to do anything in here, or?
They said that that if the person wasn't already in there, to wait and they'd be along here soon.
Yeah. Like I was kind of joking about the desk rifling. Like, I'm not gonna rifle through your desk, but if someone was so bold, they could. But I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that's not something that I would do. I'm an
That's
upstanding
a terrible
citizen.
idea. But if you wanted to, I wouldn't. I wouldn't stop.
Probably gonna be some weird thing where like the moment we all sit down, then they're gonna walk in. But like if we just keep standing up, no one's gonna show up.
Probably.
They have cameras in this room. It's like a hidden camera show.
Probably.
Don't you guys have some magic sense?
Oh yeah, can I do detect magic?
Yes. You do not sense any magic in the room, besides the ones that you guys are carrying on yourselves.
Okay.
Let me check out. Yeah, no, I don't have anything that would.
I think you just said this a little bit, like a minute ago. Did you see his desk was locked?
You guys haven't. You guys have only looked at it. You haven't touched it. It looks like the drawers could be locked, but you haven't actually tried to pull on any of them yet to find out if they are.
I know what my luck is. I know my luck. I know the second I touch the desk drawer, someone's gonna walk in.
Yeah.
Ironically. So I will not open it, despite my curiosity.
Yeah. No, same.
Wait, we don't have any bullshit X-ray vision spells, do we?
No.
No one. What about you, George? Anything like that?
There's sense good and evil, which he gets for free, but
yeah, I got divine sense to see if there's any.
Oh, yeah, we could.
Oh, there's only like one
that...
mug in here, right?
Yeah, I was also gonna bring up.
Pitcher full of water with one mug.
I'm gonna pour myself some water.
I'm also like going to mention like the guy's not here, right?
You haven't seen anybody.
Okay, it's just us. George is gonna activate Divine Sense first to see if there's anything.
What does that let you sense?
Sense, Divine Sense. Sense your senses like noxious order. Good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, your awareness can detect such forces. Like basically, I can detect whether something's good or evil, depending on smell, as well as detect any celestial fiends or undead that's not behind total cover.
Can you put the ability in the chat?
Yeah.
All right, so this only lets you find celestial fiends or undead, right?
Yeah, which
Correct.
If you find one of those here, oh boy.
Yeah, so the good news is you do not sense any of those. And because there's like even like a little bit of slits, like you can even sense out into the hallway, and it doesn't seem as if any of the workers that are close to you are giving off anything either. Because you can hear some people nearby, you'd be like, oh, if they were one, I'd be pinging them, and you're not pinging them.
Yeah, is it just like cold neutrality at this point?
Yeah, nothing that's giving off any energy of those types.
All right, that is good to hear. George then looks towards the party. It's just like, this place is full of a bunch of fucking weirdos. It could be real.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I saw one guy. He was just typing, but then he backstayed and then typed again. He didn't have anything on that paper by the time I looked away.
I'm scared of this place.
It is odd here.
I'm legitimately terrified. I've almost died and I've never been this scared in my entire life. I'm from the realm of dreams.
It feels like the walls are coming in on you.
Yeah, I'm from the dream realm, man. I was born there. It's just sort of like a...
It's like a nightmare escape for like most of the time, but like this is just weird.
It's like a nightmare of mundanity.
The greatest nightmare of all, being stuck in a dead-end job for like 40 years.
Pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
So have you guys all taken your seats?
I poured myself some water and I took a seat.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the less time you're spent here, the better.
I also take a seat.
George takes his seat.
Yeah.
Speaking of the less time, how long do you guys wait before you do something?
Like maybe like 5-6 minutes.
Is no one coming?
All right, Hyzelos.
Highs.
Yeah, can we get much higher?
After 6 minutes, no one's shown up.
All right. I'll speak out into the void and I'll say, if no one walks through this door within the next 20 seconds, that is giving me permission to open all of the drawers.
That is...
After 20 seconds, no one walks through the door.
Okay, then I open the drawers.
So one of them is locked, the rest of them all open. They're all stocked with general office supplies, very well organized. Nothing really appears to really be used, though. It's a well-stocked desk with, but it doesn't seem like it's been used to the same level as you would expect a normal desk. You get the feeling almost like it's for show.
Why is one of the drawers locked? George.
Hold on.
You want to try and lockpick?
Yeah,
I'm assuming we've
What's he got
rested since our last bit. Yes or no?
Yeah, you guys will definitely to have been able to take a short rest.
I can turn myself into like a weevil and get in between the crack of the desk.
Yeah, but then if we want to get whatever's in the desk out, we have to still unlock it, right?
Yeah. It's just more important in case it is rigged.
Real quick, as just a thing, I should probably have bought beforehand, and I wish we had time in game. Can I just add thieves' tools to my sheet?
Yeah, you would have definitely already had those.
Okay.
Oh, there's no way.
Alright. So,
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't show up on the sheet. Anyway.
Yeah,
Feastful.
generally, although it's not like technically a part of the rules, like especially at character creation, if you guys got any like tools or proficiency in musical instruments, you would have those on your character sheet.
Yeah, George is gonna.
That's technically a house rule, but I don't understand why it's not like at character creation. If you get proficiency in something, you should have them, and it's not actually how it works.
That's so weird.
Alright, I'm gonna Thief's Tool. Oh. I left my thief tools at home. Lulu,
So,
I'm gonna turn into a tiny spider.
So you hear a creak, and you realize that you have broken this lock. It is now not possible to open even if you had the key.
Oh my god.
Oops.
It will need to be forced open.
All right.
How
Who has mending?
Does that work?
Ooh,
That's so genius.
that works. Yeah.
So good.
Austin, you want to give it another go?
Yeah.
Oh, swear to God.
Okay, let's do this, fellas.
I swear to God if you not want to go.
Oh,
Oh, you came real close.
yeah.
Can I cast guidance on him? I know it's a little late, but
No. Believe it or not, it was actually a very easy lock pick. 10,
Okay.
10 was the check.
okay.
You're able to open it, and you open up the drawer, and inside there's just a piece of paper, and written on it hastily are the words, "We're watching you."
Oh.
Okay.
It's like someone wrote it very, very quickly and then locked it in there.
I didn't notice. Have I noticed with my fucking 18 passive perception? Would have noticed anything of being watched? Or
No, there's nothing rolled stealth.
yeah. So Luna's like, well, now I'm disassociating and having an anxiety attack. What a great day for me, huh?
No, this is great.
If someone wants to roll me an investigation on the piece of paper,
Not me, please. It will not work.
I have a -1.
It won't work for me either. Can we like work together?
Guys, well, hold on. Let's find out what Will's investigation is.
Oh yeah, is he an int class as a wizard? He is, right?
Should be.
No one uses
This is
int in
why
this
we
game, so
spared
I'm
him.
surprised.
No, hold on a second. That's fine. Like, why is this not working? I have it set to. There we go. All right. So he just he's not proficient in it, so he just has a +4 though.
I cast guidance.
Better than everyone here.
You cast guidance?
Yep.
All right. If someone wants to roll.
What roll?
For him, is it,
Yeah,
what is
it's
it?
just a +4.
I have no idea what that is.
+4, yeah. 1d20 +4.
Yeah, 1d20 +4.
+12.
And then you can roll guidance.
Yeah. Connor, do you want to roll the
Can have
guidance?
advantage because we're all cheering him on.
If someone's proficient in investigation.
No.
No.
Connor, do you want to roll the guidance?
I am.
Did you roll it?
Oh, 14.
All right. So with a 14, he looks it over, and he says, the ink on this page is a little weird. It doesn't look like it's normal ink, but I can't tell what it is.
What? Is it? It's not magic ink though, because we didn't.
Yeah, you're still not sensing any magic off of it.
Wait, and that means if there's no magic, it's not like someone's invisible in here. Oh no. Then Blair starts wildly walking around the room and flailing her arms as if she is trying to like touch something that's invisible.
Have fun.
Oh, so there's nothing. She finds nothing then, right? She does not
Yeah,
find
you
something
just
like an invisible creature.
wave your hands around. You kind of look a little bit ridiculous.
All right, so there's no one camouflaged in this room. Is there like a window in this room or anything like that?
No.
Oh. Is there a fern in this room?
Well, there's the plant.
I walk up to the plant.
Do you do anything to it?
What can I roll to either perceive or investigate this plant to see if it is sentient?
Any check that makes sense, however you want to kind of do it, as long as you make it make sense of how you're checking.
Hmm.
You know, perception, investigation.
Yeah, I'll go with perception.
Hey,
I mean, you could try asking it. It's kind of hard to tell.
I persuade it. Mr. Plant Surf, if you are alive and watching us, please let us know of your presence.
Yeah, it says, I was wondering how long it was going to take you guys to find me. And Fern steps out of the potted plant.
Oh my god!
He says, if you all would take your seats. And he walks over and sits down in the chair in front of the big
Did
desk.
you just put us in an escape room? What is going on here?
Oh my god!
hey, I was about to cast Speak with Plants if it wasn't Fern.
Yeah.
You want to know something funny about Speak with Plants?
Yeah.
Speak with Plants is a 3rd level spell.
It's very powerful.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Because you just become the Lorax and can speak for the trees?
Yeah, no, plants are really useful.
You know, this tree's seen a dead body.
I am actually looking
I was going to say,
at
if you
it.
guys put a plant on every single corner in this town, and then the next time there was a murder, you could just ask the plant.
Oh my god, you're right! Wait, it's a genius!
I mean, outside of Speak with Dead, but you know,
Yeah.
the undead guy is
I
just
will-
like, I
will
didn't see
say,
anything.
upon looking at the use of it, I think it should still be 2nd level. But the fact of the matter is, you can literally turn a grove of thickets and whatnot that's like difficult terrain. You could just tell it to be normal terrain.
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually.
And you can do it the other way around. You can, like, tell grass to, like, cut people. Right? I think that's how it works.
No.
Oh, man, that's lame. Yeah, you're right. It should be a
The
second level
spell
spell.
doesn't
That might be plant
allow
growth.
them to uproot themselves and move about, but they can move branches, tendrils, and stalks. So I guess if it was sawgrass,
Yeah.
Yes.
But then that would probably already be difficult terrain.
It
You're
also
fighting
acts
with
as the
fuck.
perfect counter spell, if you will, to Entangled.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. But also, Ern, why are you with this religious faction, my friend?
He says, "Oh well, it's a front for the intelligence community."
What, the faction or you?
No. The Holy Order.
The whole holy is a fuck. What?
Yeah, it's really convenient if we need to move assassins around, gain intelligence on other nations. If we need to gain intelligence locally, we've got people going around doing charitable work, and they all report back what they see. We filter all the information in. He turns to George, and he's like, "I see you noticed one of the guys out there. He didn't put on a good performance. I'm going to give him demarcations." What was he sitting at?
The one that was just typing blank pages. That's a front.
Mm-hmm. He says, "I'll forgive him this time. I don't really care." And he says, "Well, the good news is about all of this is I'm able to prove whatever you guys need. I know you guys come here for your little journey thing. Usually we send them off on some charitable mission, but have you guys done anything charitably recently?"
Be
Actually,
up the
yeah.
kid and his cow.
We also just donated it to one of the other churches.
Oh, he says, "Oh, well, that one doesn't count because you did that one for them. But the kid, the cow, I can put that down. I can say that we told you to do that."
Perfect. That also solves the legal repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
He
Pretty
helped
solid.
A man who was questioning his sanity.
He says, "Oh, yeah, about those cats?"
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, we didn't look into it."
I'm going to look into it later.
It was way more interesting than it had any right to be,
Yeah.
but kind of derivative.
um. So
We
he's like,
also
"All right,
did
yeah."
stop a cult led by this guy. And then we made him, he's doing community service right now.
He says, "No, but you already that was a part of your main mission. It's got to be independent. It's got to be something that I could have given you as a mission.
It's got to be
You guys were given a mission to take him down by the council. But I can definitely put down the boy and his kid, or the cow and the kid."
Yeah, no, we are actively trying to hunt down that serial killer.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. I'll hold off doing it, and if you do that, we can put that one down.
Do you have
And if you don't, just let me know, and I can put the kid and the cow.
the
The serial killer is definitely way more prestigious.
You have any leads on that, by the way?
He says, "Oh well, yeah, we can get our file. Generally for these kind of things, we let the local police handle it. Jurisdictions. We don't want to step on any toes. But once you get up into it being like a full-on blown serial killer, we start collecting some information. So I can hand off what we got, but it's only been kind of recently that we've confirmed that it is a serial killer. So we don't really have a lot, but especially as we gather more, I'll forward it all to you."
That would be really helpful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. He says, "Your guys' journalist friend is here in the city. The one that I met at the when we went to go
Yeah, her.
rescue the other one, the other journalist."
Oh, White is here.
Huh?
White is here.
Yeah, she's in the city. I think she's doing an investigative piece on the murderers. So maybe reach out to her. She might be able to give you more information than anything that that we've currently started with our investigation. Like I said, we're more big picture than the little stuff.
Right.
Yeah, no, we could We'll give you credit for it once we get it done.
Wait, so is the charity work the order still does that? That's still like a thing. It's still real, right?
Oh, most of it.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, like in order to be a successful front, you have to actually do some of the work.
I love that.
And it's not like everybody who's a part of the order knows everything about what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so all of like the the foot soldiers, they all believe what they're doing.
That's crazy. This whole thing is wild. Wait, are you like a higher up then, Fern?
Yeah, technically I'm assistant grandmaster. He kind of like leans in and says, which is weird because he doesn't have a face. Basically the branches just get closer to you, and he says, "But I'm probably going to be grandmaster here pretty soon."
That's wild. Dude, congrats.
Yeah. And he says, "Oh, and then of course, we'll need Bubbles to sign all this paperwork." And he opens up the front door and he's like, "Hey, we need the paperwork." And a guy runs over and carrying a big binder and hands it to him. And so Fern puts it on the table and says, "I would just send it over to Charlemagne, have him take care of it. Honestly, I don't care if you do it or not. But this is all basically stuff to release, saying that you'll." He points to the first half of it. This is the stuff that says that you won't mess with all of our public stuff. And then he points to the second half and he's like, this is the stuff that says that you won't mess with our ability to do all of our private stuff.
All right. No, that sounds fair.
It's like an NDA.
He says it's more of a legal thing saying that Bubbles won't dissolve us the second she takes the throne.
Oh. Alright, yeah, that's fair. You guys are doing actual charity work and also like protecting us. It's like imagine if the church was the FBI. I'm fine with this.
Well, you'd be surprised how often the church was something like the FBI in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that sounds horrifying. And something.
But yeah. So, Fern says, yeah. So really, the intelligence community answers directly to the monks. So right now, pretty much all of the council members obviously know what we are. And we kind of keep it on the hush hush, but there's always rumors going around that we're doing some shady stuff, and we usually just try and make it seem like all we're doing is money laundering, because everybody's like, oh, well, they're just criminals, then they ignore us, maybe like the charities are fake, and like I said, most of the time they're not. But sometimes they're the right once or twice a day. But yeah, so if you guys are going after that murder, let me know if you catch them. Like I said, if you don't, I'll put down the boy and the cow. That's charity work. He says.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Very cool.
So he says, yeah, if you have any other questions for me, I mean, you guys have my number. Just let me know.
All right. Thank you, Frank. It's a pleasure as always.
Mm-hmm. So as you guys are leaving and you're walking down that same hallway, they've kind of like pushed the cubicles off to the side. And you've got like they've rolled out some like mats, and some of them are like practicing with like wooden swords. Some of them are now like they've removed their corporate offices, and they're wearing like full blackout clothes with like masks, and they're some of them are like throwing knives, and the guy that was backspacing and then retyping all of the other stuff. Um, he's like doing pull-ups, and now that before he just kind of seemed like this like unassuming little office guy, but now he's like, now that he's removed his like his work jacket, he's like super ripped underneath, and he's just doing pull-ups.
Hell yeah, brother.
So, just to make sense of all this, the entire church is an assassination guild.
No, this order
Spy
is
guild. Really?
this order is the CIA.
Wait, what was their name again? The whole name?
So this one's name was the Hadalic Order.
The Adelict Order?
Hadalic.
Hadalic Order, okay.
Hadalic Order.
Okay, I was wondering if it was the CIA pun, but no.
No.
That's wild.
It's the Hadalic Zone is one of the deepest parts of the ocean.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. I thought that word sounded familiar.
Yeah, so it's dark because you can't see what they're doing down there.
Genius.
See? I think ahead. It's under the sea themed.
Under the sea.
That's great.
Downwards wetter. Downwards better.
Okay, anyway.
So I think this is probably a good point for us to break. You do your cat thing this night. Next night is going to be the murderer, and it sounds like that's what you guys probably want to do for next time.
And get in contact with White, yeah, before we try this to figure out what's going on.
Yep. Well, in that case, I think this is probably a good place to stop so we don't get too far into that.
Yeah.
I'd like to make it canon sometime in the future, in between, some sort of time skip. I take Cinna to the cat alley where this happened, where the fucking event happens, and polymorph them into a cat, so they can witness it.
Oh my god, balloons are real.
Yep.
Balloons are okay. I'll allow it as long
get in the balloon.
I'll allow it as long as neither of you get killed by the murderer.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
I can do that.
Connor's like,
I'm
oh no.
great at not being killed by murderers. Plugs! It's plug time! Hey buddy, it's me, your plug. I got all sorts of drugs for you. Like Cannibalist. And
What?
Anyway, I'm Boosh Connar / Lunu this session. You can find me Boosh at Conjoin Artists on Instagram and Blue Sky, at Con the Artist, Con spelled with a 0, cause I'm just quirky like that, and on Twitter. Join our Discord. We do fun things. Watch us here on YouTube, and I'm gonna toss that ball to Tasura. You thought I was gonna pass it to Austin like I usually do, but this time Tasura has to catch the ball.
Oh shit, oh no, I'm caught unawares. Ow! I'm wounded by the ball.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's a dodgeball to the nose, my schnoz.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Well, yeah, hi. I am Tasura. I forgive you all. I'm Tasura. I exist in places. I'm around. Maybe I'll start posting again. Maybe I'll be on Tumblr. Maybe you'll find me. But yeah, I exist. I hope I exist. Let's give it to Austin.
Hey, you could find me at.
He dies.
You good?
He's passed out.
Yep, I'm actually George now. I died.
Oh no.
I'm George without the respawn. Good. Anyway, no, I'm still working on stuff on my end, so possibly for the channel, possibly personally, keep an eye out, I guess, and maybe I'll return to social media legitimately. Anyway, step on.
Yes.
What you gotta do?
It is I, Blair Audina. Also Venty. Also Venty179 on Twitch, Venty179 on YouTube, 79 on Twitter, a site that I will probably stop using nearly as much because my sanity is quickly draining. And besides that, I really don't have a whole lot else. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna hand this over to fucking Tom.
Hello, my name is Tom. I'm the DM for tonight. I don't really have any plugs today, so instead I'm gonna plug paper. It's everywhere. Just go out and get some.
Or lockpick a drawer.
Twice.
What?
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.